With the second pick in the 2007 NBA Draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry from Davidson College, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard from San Diego State.
Curry gets a little airspace, knocks it down. Durant gets past the man, throws it down. The easy stuff by Kawhi.
Lillard with 2 on the clock. He's won it. He's won it.
The future indeed. The NBA Draft Combine is underway in Chicago. That's where Jay Billis is. He joins us now on SportsCenter. Jay, we have a pretty good idea of who's going first, second, and third in the draft. Zion, Ja Morant, R.J. Barrett. Who should the Lakers be looking at with that 4th overall pick?
Well, that's a good question. It depends on what direction they want to go. If you go with best available player, I think that's DeAndre Hunter of Virginia. You know, he's got size, length, athleticism, and the ability to guard multiple positions. He can really guard 1 through 5. And I think he's the best available player. But if they're going to go positional, Bobby Marks, our NBA front office insider, had suggested that this draft is one where the Lakers could go with a position. And that could be a point guard with either Darius Garland of Vanderbilt, who can put the ball on the floor. He's an excellent passer and really does well off pick and rolls. He's a really good shooter, especially his pull-up jump shot. Or they could go with Kobe White, who I rank number 5 overall in this NBA draft on my best available list. And Kobe White has incredible speed with the ball. He's 6'5". Big-time scorer. He's the all-time leading scorer in North Carolina high school basketball history, and then had 3 games where he scored over 30 for Roy Williams this last year as a starting point guard and averaged almost 17 points per game. That's one of the highest scoring averages for a freshman in North Carolina history. So there are a number of ways the Lakers could go. Best available, though, is DeAndre Hunter.
Let's talk Zion Williamson for a minute. You said he's got the most unique skill set of any player we've seen in a very long time, but how might he be challenged early in his NBA career?
Yeah, Jay, he's not the best player I've ever seen, but I've never seen anyone like him on a basketball floor, and I think most observers would agree with that statement. He's unique, and he's got the ability to be a superstar in the NBA, but he's going into a league that has a bunch of established superstars in it. So it's not a given he's just going to go in and dominate the league. I think in time, with the way he works, because he's an unbelievable worker, he's got a great attitude, he's a great teammate, and he's got that unbelievable skill set. He needs to improve his shooting, but he already improved it. I mean, he didn't shoot anywhere near as well in high school as he did his first year. So I think as he works on that and starts consistently making standstill jump shots, I mean, who's going to be able to guard take away a shot and limit him from going to the basket? He's a phenomenal talent that's jaw-dropping in his ability level.
Jay, we got some breaking news just into SportsCenter. 5-star player Precious Achiuwa is committed to Memphis. Memphis got the #1 class in the country. What do you make of what Penny Hardaway is doing down there?
Penny's done an amazing job in recruiting, and to get James Wiseman, the #1 player in the country, to go to Memphis, and now adding Precious Achiuwa, 6'9", he's ranked in the top 20 overall. That's a pretty good haul for Memphis to bring in, and now it just comes down to coaching and teaching a young group to get them to gel together. But I have no doubt he'll do it. Penny's a terrific basketball mind, and he's off to an amazing start at Memphis.
Indeed. NBA draft just 34 days away. Jay Billis, thank you, my friend.
To the NFL, the New York football teams have been busy this offseason. The Giants got it rolling in March when they traded away both their star wideout, Odell Beckham Jr., and linebacker Olivier Vernon, both of those guys going to the Browns. And then in a move, that drew significant criticism, the Giants took Duke quarterback Daniel Jones, number 6 overall in the draft, despite him being the 59th ranked prospect by Scouts Inc. What about that other team in the New York metropolitan area? The Jets brought in Adam Gase as their new head coach back in January. You may recall Gase had that very memorable introductory press conference with the stare and all that. The major move for Gang Green this offseason was bringing in all-pro back Le'Veon Bell, signing him to a 4-year deal that could be worth north of $50 million. Apparently Gase was fully on board after that signing, not fully on board after that signing, or having Mike Maccagnan as the GM not fully on board there either. The Jets fired Maccagnan 2 days ago, despite the fact he handled both free agency and the draft for the team. Let's bring in our NFL analyst now, Damien Woody. who spent the last 3 years of his career in New York with the Jets. So I've cataloged some of the personnel decisions that's gone on with both the Jets and the Giants this offseason. In your mind, which was the worst decision that either of those teams made?
Well, I think the one that I'm concerned about is Adam Gase, and here's why. You're talking about a guy who's 3 years in Miami, finished 2 games under 500, and no playoff wins. Then after he gets fired, he gets hired immediately by the New York Jets. We've seen this script before. Rewind in the past. Eric Mangini gets fired by the Jets, goes to Cleveland, didn't work. Rex Ryan gets fired by the Jets, goes to Buffalo Bills right after getting fired, did not work. So this script we've seen a couple times before. It'll be interesting to see if Adam Gase has learned anything from what happened down there in Miami.
And now he's apparently on the wrong foot with his star running back, Le'Veon Bell. Well, word came out that he wasn't crazy about the price they had to pay for Bell. So you got that with the Jets. The Giants are going to run Eli Manning back out there, at least for the start of the season. Which of those teams is going to have a rougher 2019 in your
I'm going to go with the Giants here. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants for a couple of reasons. One, the quarterback, Eli Manning, he's been in steady decline, I think, for the past few seasons. So anytime the Giants plan on going with Eli Manning as their starting quarterback, if your quarterback is not playing up to snuff, guess what? Chances are you're not going to be a very good football team. So we're going to see Daniel Jones at some point in 2019. And then compound that with the other side of the ball, the defense, not too many playmakers, particularly at pass rusher. This could make for a very rough 2019 for the New York Football Giants.
I got some numbers here. ESPN Football Power Index has the Jets with a 21% chance at the playoffs, while the Giants are at 10%. Neither team basically as much as expected from this season from FPI and from a lot of other people, including our Damian Woody. Good stuff, man.
Yep.
All right. Jay?
David, the Warriors holding it down while KD is out, but when will he be ready to go again? How Golden State is dealing without Kevin Durant just ahead. Plus, does an on-court temper tantrum count as a not top play? Find out if Nick Kyrgios's impression of Bobby Knight makes it into this week's countdown. That's a little later.